to bring to the Tea Party.
Well, damn, that's so nice.
Casey didn't bake them himself.
No, and in your
What I do now?
in your capacity as some form of limey, you should know when how long should
I'm a disbeliever.
how long should PG how long should PG tips have to steep?
Well, you know what? That depends how strong you want it, of course. But it's pretty strong, so it should be almost.
I put
strong.
4 in there.
Oh, good. Will you play Mother?
I don't have to go to jail as well, do I?
My dear, please.
I'm getting bombarded.
Oh,
Bombarded.
you're such a great host.
Bombarded.
We are
He's Obama.
leaking here. Obama, help me! My teapot is leaking. You can help me. Only you can help me.
The great Obama.
Wait, you've got stuff in there.
That's okay. He wants that
Okay,
stuff. He
okay.
likes that stuff.
What is it?
That's nickel crack.
Nickel
Nickel
crack.
crack.
I was listening to one of
It's
the
ground up
white-
nicotine.
Young man.
Y'all want a long.
Everybody's ignoring me.
No, we're
No,
not.
listen to me. Oh, I'm
I'm listening to you, Ralph. Go
That's
ahead.
why I
Thank
can't
you.
talk. I'm not on TV.
No.
No, I'm not on TV.
Well, I'll look and see if the other camera gets you. Let's see. You look, turn around over. Look at the. See, I can put you on TV like that.
I'm
Okay,
on
what were you
TV,
gonna
now
say,
I can
Ralph?
talk. I was listening to one of the right-wing talk show people.
The white
The
wing.
white wing.
The white wing.
The white wing.
The white
There ain't
devil.
no Obama, Mr. Obama here.
They're not saying anything bad about Obama, but they sure are giving this preacher's hell.
Oh, I know.
He's got another one now. They
Oh,
just-
boy.
We'll have to decide.
Praise the Lord. Let's do everything we can now.
Lay that microphone down flat on the table.
Well, that's because they don't want to talk about what Scott
Slide
McClellan
it
has
out.
to say.
Slide it out that way.
This way?
No, out that way. Yeah,
You know,
good. That's
They'd rather
that's
talk
enough.
about some obscure
enough.
Cream is what we
preacher.
need.
We've got a wet patch.
That's okay.
They'd rather talk about some obscure preacher
Well, that's because they can't find anything bad to
Instead
say
of-
about Obama.
instead of
Please give me
what
He made
Scott
straight
McClellan
A's
had
in
to
high
say.
school. Did
Oh,
you know
really?
that? Yeah.
Oh, God,
Never
I'm
made a
so
big-
impressed.
Well, see, the nice thing about it, I don't like any of them. I don't think anyone
Thank you.
running or anyone who was running, with the possible exception of Fred Thompson. No, he
is
wasn't
worthy.
either.
They're not
Nobody.
worthy. They're not
He was
worthy.
definitely
They
the most
are not-
intelligent.
They are not worthy of being president. Why do we have to put up with this? Why do we have to let the two major parties run idiots?
Exactly.
And they do it over
What's
and
an
over.
independent?
When,
Isn't that an independent?
when we could start a
Because
third
that's
party
the-
and we could call it, let's say, the
I mean, all
Ralph
these Rhodes
Roberts
scholars
Party.
and,
Works for
you
me.
know,
And vote for Ralph
activists
Roberts.
for
And you could
poor.
ask me to
I mean,
be your
what
running
they're
mate.
doing running,
And
let's
we
let
fix
somebody
we
come.
get
How
them
the-
straightened
Rush
out
Limbaugh.
by the end.
President.
Wait, we could have a collective president. We could have like 10 people
We
and
could
then
put on
10
little hats.
running mates.
We could put on
A
little hats
team,
that
a
read like,
presidential team.
There you go. And then, oh God, can you imagine the infighting? Oh my God.
what's that?
Can you imagine? Can you imagine the infighting? It's like, oh, you were late. I came here at 9, so I can make the decisions today. I was here first.
That's the idea I've heard so far is that being the president should be like jury duty. Everybody should have to do it for like a year or 2 years.
Unless they have a good
Even
excuse.
foreigners?
Why
Yeah,
not?
they have a doctor's excuse.
I
Well,
mean,
we
you
could
get
all
to live
wear
in a
a-
big house.
Yeah.
Can't we?
Does it have a swimming pool? The White House?
Of course.
I think so.
I mean,
It's a
outdoors.
bowling alley in the basement,
I
so
don't like
you know there's a
bowling.
pool.
I'd say take
Yeah,
the
there's
Do
a
they have
swimming
horses
pool.
like the Queen?
I've been
Yeah.
in the White House.
Oh, does the
Did you go
yeah,
swimming?
I've
that's
been
it.
in the White House.
Did you go
If
swimming?
I had to do,
No.
I would be the queen.
You weren't in the White House
But I
long
was
enough.
in
me
the
too,
White
'cause you
House.
get to
I
wear
took one of
jewels.
those
Yeah,
tours back in the
yeah.
50s
Working
when
in
you
press.
know,
No,
you could
all you have to do is
that.
like
Yeah.
tell your
And
minions
I
what to
got
do.
a tour of
It's
the
like,
White
Or
House.
tells, you know,
And as I was
Hey.
Queen.
listen, this is
The Queen.
good, and this is true. Silence, thank you.
Ooh.
I forgot what
Ew.
No, as I was
Crack that
walking
whip.
out on the tour, this kid behind me turned to his mother and says, "Mother, one day I'm going to be here in this house." And I turned around,
Which
even though I
house?
was
White
the
House?
White
Okay.
House, even though I was 10 years old, I still had a quick wit. And I said, "And you will make me a very good cook."
Oh God.
oh,
And
you
what
were
did-
10 years
and-
old and said that?
And what did Bill Clinton say to you then?
He says he'll get all the girls.
Well, we'll see.
I would like to be,
Bill Clinton's much hotter than Obama.
yeah, I would
Much
like
what?
to be
Hotter.
president because
Sexier.
Or
Yeah,
at least have use of
Obama's-
Air Force One on Friday night.
Obama's not
Talk
very
about a
sexy.
chick.
No, I don't
No.
think so. He doesn't come
Bill-
across.
Bill's got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill's
When he was a little
what?
younger,
know-
you know. When he
But I think he has to be shot in the right light. Otherwise, he looks
Shot?
very
Hello.
You
roomy,
can't say that
roomy and
anymore.
alcoholic with a very
Camera.
varicose
shots.
nose
Who,
look.
Bill?
hmm
Well, he's got some years on him. He's a little older than 50.
Yeah,
and he-
but beyond that,
60.
there's some
hard living going on.
real hard living going on there.
Yeah, but I really liked him. I think you're right. But it's interesting that he.
But I love his hair now that it's longer. It looks gorgeous.
Wouldn't you
Yeah.
like to run your fingers through it?
Yeah.
All I know
That's
is
what we need in a
Women,
president.
see, women, Darwinian women like status and power.
absolutely.
That's a big deal. That's a big deal.
Absolutely.
It's ingrained.
Now,
Low,
mention I've
low
been
status
in the White
males like
House.
me don't have a chance.
Aw,
And you
but
gotta-
you're such a nice man.
I'm a nice man, but
I thought Obama
they go home
was a
with
nice
Bill,
man.
you know.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they
You go
married.
home
They
with
married.
Bill.
They married me, but they go home with Bill. You know.
There's a song. There's a country and western song. There's
Yeah.
some.
Well,
There's
I
got to
tell
be a
you
good
what,
country.
when
Yeah.
it
I
all-
go to the bars every night and I buy them ladies all them beers.
when it all began back in the day, when
sparkling wine.
when the first thing came out about Monica.
What, is that a wand? You look like
Thank
Harry
God,
Potter.
thank God I don't
Centrifugous-
work at the White House because I might be, oh God, everything's like, my name across the headlines because instead of Monica, it might have been me because you're right. I love
that
Is that-
powerful men.
Put that phallic symbol down.
I like big, powerful men.
Thank you.
Okay, so we got that out of the way. Good. I like the
You're a
quiet,
friend of
sensitive.
a friend
Just
of a
glad I
friend of
wasn't an
Bill.
intern back then.
Damn, girl. You see, I like the quiet, intellectual, sort of effeminate-looking guys who are gorgeous in the face.
Thank you.
You know.
Like Stephanopoulos.
Thank you.
The
Stephanopoulos.
poets, the
Poets and the
thinkers, the
artists.
philosophers. You know, I don't like powerful men. Are boring. They're boring. What would they be without their power?
Bill would be a poet.
She's not in
or
touch.
a- or
She's
an
not in
artist.
touch with her Darwinian side yet. Is she?
Bill would be
She's
a.
not in touch with her Darwinian side.
What
yet,
is this
she?
Darwinian side you're talking about now?
You've heard of Darwin, I'm sure.
Oh, I haven't. Why don't you enlighten me about Darwin, Charles Darwin? Right?
Well, no.
Was he Welsh?
English.
She-
I do believe.
Same
yes.
thing.
No, not really. But anyway.
Well, you never know.
You guys are picking on me. They're picking on me today just because I don't support Obama.
She's a Hillary fan. She may not.
I'm
it's
sorry,
interesting.
you know what?
This is
That
mirror,
sounds like
this
a
is mirror
cult to me,
neurons
you
at
know?
work. I just
Doesn't
read
it
an
sound-
article about mirror
Yeah.
neurons.
If you're not with us, you're against us. Obama.
Yeah.
Obama supporters say, right? Is that what it
Do
is?
you really
that's what
think he
Bush
can be
says.
elected?
I don't know.
He's too inexperienced. I think too many people are afraid of him.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's what all these people are turning out by the millions and voting, showing that they're
I don't
afraid of him.
know.
Well, figure the percentage. That's
The
about
older white people are afraid of him.
yeah, but that's about 25%.
Yeah,
that
well, we
he's
need
got
those
vote
people.
that
We
he's
definitely
got,
need those
yeah.
people. I think Hillary should be Secretary of
I mean,
State.
it really pleases
don't.
me the way the Democrats are talking about we don't need Appalachia. Well, we don't need them.
Right on.
Well, we do need
Then
them.
secede again. Secede from the union. Why don't you?
We're working.
Good
on it.
idea.
We're working on
My
I have
ancestors did
stevia.
it once. We can do it again.
Okay.
And
You actually could,
England
actually.
supported us.
Yeah, I know.
England supported
In
us.
what?
The Civil War.
Secession.
Supported us.
Seceding from
The
the
war
union.
of aggression.
Presidency
The
to
war of
win.
aggression.
The war
You've
of
heard of
Northern
England,
aggression.
right?
the war of
The war of
northern.
northern aggression. There
That's
you
in,
go.
is it in Africa?
The war
It
of
used to
northern
be.
aggression.
It used to be. It used to be in Africa and India and America. And
Yeah.
now it's only in Wales and Scotland and
Falkland Islands.
not so much in Ireland. Irish are.
Well,
They still have the aristocracy.
Who does?
The Irish.
so did the British.
I
They
know.
had their
it-
aristocracies too.
Really?
I think so.
Oh my God.
Who?
It is. It's a monarchy. Of course, they have the aristocracies. My goodness.
The Queen has millions,
Yeah.
millions. and
Yes.
millions. Rob Roy was a great movie. Did you see that?
Can't remember.
That was a-
They have an aristocracy in New Orleans that they're still kind of carrying on as a fantasy.
Oh.
aristocracy.
They have an aristocracy in this country too. Everyone's related. I mean, Bush and Clintons, they're all related to the royal family in the
Yeah, they are.
in Europe, and so is Obama.
Well,
Isn't
we
it?
all,
I think
we all
something
are.
like-
Queen
I
Elizabeth.
think I think Charles was his, Prince Charles was his.
Was his
father or
buddy?
something.
Yeah.
Queen
That's where he
Elizabeth
gets
is
color
my
from.
10th cousin.
Huh?
Queen Elizabeth is my 10th cousin. I once looked up to see if I was in the line of succession, but I'm not.
You have ostrich skin purse.
Fascinating.
That's a very fancy piece. It's my assumption it wasn't cheap.
Well, I don't know what you guys did over the weekend.
No, no,
But
don't go home. Oh no, don't go home.
Oh, I have to.
But I know ostrich.
Please,
It looks like ostrich skin.
Don't
It is.
go home. Go home. I'm a going home, Lord, Lord. I'm a going home.
Did you hear the song? He sang a song for Bobby Medford.
Oh, you didn't hear that?
Beginning of the
I'm
show.
not sure he did either. Big one,
It's
big
a
Stop that
Charming.
drinking. What? Stop that gambling and running around.
Have we run you off?
Yes.
Just because?
Well,
Just
don't
because?
leave.
You're not very nice.
Oh, we tried
we
to be.
love
But I've got
you.
other things to do, sorry.
Thank you for stopping
Hi.
in.
Will you come in and have more tea in a minute or not?
Possibly.
Well,
Yes.
possibly. I'll listen to that voice drop. Possibly. Like, oh no, you're all. Oh well.
She doesn't understand we're in a conundrum. Is that the word?
Yes,
We're in a conundrum.
that's a good word.
We can only vote for somebody who's up there for us to vote for. We have no choice.
We can always ride in Mickey Mouse.
I did vote for Ross Perot though. Let me tell you, I
I did too.
did. Did you?
Yeah.
It's not
And I wrote in John McCain the first time when the Clintons ran. No, the second time when the Clintons ran.
There, leave that door open, please.
The
Thank you.
first time was Ross Perot. The second
Grab
time
a-
was
grab a
John,
clean
I wrote
cup
in
up
John
there at the
McCain.
end
But
and
I've
have a
changed
seat
my
on
mind
down
about
this
John.
way.
And I voted for George Wallace
No, on the
because I
table.
stood out there in front of the courthouse with
On the
my
table.
father,
There's a clean
and
cup.
George Wallace came up on the podium there, the sound
How are
system
you?
on, and he pulled out his pocket watch and he
Alright.
played Dixie. I mean, you don't need a better reason than that to vote for somebody. Obama does not have a pocket watch as far as I know.
Yeah.
And if he did have one, I'm sure he couldn't play.
Well, certainly probably wouldn't be playing Dixie.
He might.
I don't think so. It's kind of a downer for black people.
But at that time,
It's a great tune, though. It's a shame.
It
that
is.
was a big hit.
It's an awesome tune.
It's a great French harp tune.
And if I
Harmonica
Love
tune.
it.
if I get an opportunity to hang out with Obama, I'll see if I can't get him to
Whistle Dixie.
sing along on a verse of Dixie.
I saw you at the bank and you wouldn't wave at me.
Oh,
Shame on you.
What, at Bank of Asheville?
Yeah,
You just like 10 minutes ago.
yeah.
Thank
I'm
you.
You
sorry.
ignored me.
I'm sorry. I just didn't see you. I guess I wasn't paying attention. Were you in the parking lot or in the lobby of the bank or what?
I was in the parking lot, but I was inside my car.
Casey, thank
That's
you for
probably
the
why I
baking
didn't
the
see you. You
cookies.
were in your car. I was just paying attention to where I was driving or whatever.
Casey, thank you so much for
Those
baking
are
our
good
cookies.
Well, we didn't bake them, but we got them.
John said you baked them.
He did.
They're lying. They're lying.
But yeah, you saw me in the bank, yeah, in the parking lot there. Oh right, yeah, I just went to the bank and
What did
I
you have to
figured,
do? Get out $1,000 to go get a tank of gas?
well, I got out some money for some expenses this month, yeah, because it's the beginning of the month. I just got my money, so I got some money out, and then what I did is, you know, I was right here. So I figured I'm gonna, you know, I might as well stop over since I'm right here. However, I might be departing soon to continue my errands. I'm gonna have a series of errands to do.
We'll have a cup of tea.
But
There's some
haven't.
in the white pot, I believe.
Oh, okay,
Did
yeah.
you see his wonderful Obama
I
t-shirt?
was noticing that. That looks pretty sharp. Now, where did you get that? Did you get it
At the-
online or
no.
UNCA or what?
Yeah.
You
I
got
got
it.
it.
Did you go to UNCA when she was there?
No, I got another one there.
Oh.
Oh, but you got it from UNC. They have like an Obama headquarters there or something, or what?
No, this came from up on Haywood Road, and the other one came from some local black people. I'd say just silk screened them, and they were nice. I didn't like what it said. To have a smart president for a change.
Yeah.
Well,
There's a
maybe. But
I could go on and on.
Yeah, I mean,
You
we
know.
all know that. That's a subject we beat to death. We know where.
I mean, it's pretty much basic. I mean, even most of the Republicans are fed up with Bush
You
because
know
they're
what?
tired of his lies and whatnot. Sure, it gets old after a while.
I'm really amazed, actually, that Allison is so staunchly.
Anti.
I don't think she is. I think she's just.
I think she's just trying to get us going.
No, I think she's for real. That's
What was for Hillary?
That's
Allison?
what she says. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's, I guess
Did
it's
she
just
really
that.
say
One,
No, she didn't say she was for any of them. She thought they were all terrible.
Oh, okay.
Well, but
I
that's
think
why.
she's
That's why I
sex-
said
I think she's
we're just,
sexist. That's
we're
what
just in a
Yeah.
conundrum. We have to vote for whoever is there.
Oh, she must be
Yeah.
sexist.
I mean, most of my life, almost all of the times I have ever voted, it's for what I consider to be the lesser of the evils.
Yeah, that's largely
I
true.
think we ought to start a class action suit against both political parties. We need them to vet their candidates better and pick out some people who actually know what they're doing.
I think the way
Sure.
it goes is anybody who wants to can run.
Anybody that can raise some money can run.
Well, that's the key. Yeah, anyone who could raise some money, and that isn't necessarily the best qualified person. You're right.
Or if you have money like Hillary, well, she's loaning millions to her candidacy, or like Steve Forbes, for example, although he might have made a good president.
He would be privy to a lot of information that
Yeah.
your average guy on the street wouldn't be privy to
Oh, yeah.
understand how
Yeah,
how
that's where he needs
things
Wall
work.
Street in charge of the government.
Yeah. Well, then.
I would have liked
Well-
Elizabeth Edwards to run. I loved her.
Yeah, I do
Elizabeth
too.
Edwards.
Yeah.
She was
You
a
mean
Nah,
strong
John's
woman.
wife? John Edwards' wife?
Well, she
Yeah,
would
okay,
certainly be
yeah.
better than him.
Yeah, his campaign lost momentum. Yeah. Well, to tell you the truth, I was rooting for Bill Richardson originally in the primaries, but he never got much over 10%. Yeah.
Boy, he was a mousy campaigner. He just came, a very smart man, but he just came up looking stupid every time he opened his mouth.
Yeah, you're right, but that's why I wanted to vote for him because he's
was
smart,
stupid,
you know. And if by listening to a lot of his answers and stuff, I could tell that he was pretty organized, especially with foreign policy and whatnot.
Well, yeah, and he would make a good vice president, but he just couldn't do those snappy little sound bites.
Yeah,
He's
you're
a little
right.
too
That he's
honest.
not good at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. He would probably be better as a vice president.
Yeah.
You're right. Well, hold on. The possibility remains. He might be chosen, but I don't think so.
I think he'll definitely be a cabinet member if Obama wins.
That would be nice.
That would be nice.
He'll
if
be given something if
I
Obama
think
wins.
Hillary will be the vice president.
I don't think so.
I
No.
guarantee.
No.
It would be
No
nice.
guarantee.
Obama and Richardson is what I'm hoping for.
I'm hoping for Obama.
Actually, Bill will
and-
guarantee it.
I'm hoping for Obama and Jim Webb.
No, because
Well, you think he really would choose Hillary despite all the
I don't-
conflict?
I don't think he'll have a choice. I
No,
think
he
he'll be pushed on his-
No.
he doesn't have a choice of choosing Hillary. Choosing Hillary for his running mate is like signing his own death warrant. I don't
Well,
see
but
it.
they
It's
may
like,
ask
you know,
him to do
going to bed with a serpent or something.
Then who will we vote for? If Hillary's the running mate, who will we vote for then? You know what? You know what?
Mickey Mouse.
I have to write in Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, right in Mickey Mouse, yeah.
Oh, please.
Show
I am so sick
And
of
then
them.
McCain hasn't chosen a running mate either, I guess.
show Ralph the song that
Yeah.
you wrote for Bobby Medford.
He's in the jailhouse now. In the jailhouse now. Well, I told him once twice to quit playing them cards and shooting them dice. He's in the jailhouse now. I knew a guy named Gavel and Bob.
Not out.
gambling wrong. He thought he was the swellest guy
No, it's okay.
around. He never met a hippie he liked. He didn't like them people on bikes and people sleeping in the doorways all around. But he's in the jailhouse now. In the jailhouse now. I told him once or twice, quit playing cards and shooting them dice now. In the jailhouse now.
Pretty good.
All right. Cool.
Is he's still out on bail? Is he?
Yeah, he's still.
Well, I hate to see
sentencing
anybody in
has a-
trouble, even that was in a way a victimless crime. He wasn't a violent person. I didn't like his policies as sheriff, but
Well, actually, it was. We were the victims because he spent like 160 some days at the casino that we were paying him for.
oh yeah, well that's true.
Yeah. I mean, we were the victims.
Well, okay, and then so what was he doing for really positive law and order?
He's keeping the gambler out of the county.
Yeah, he was.
That's what he was doing.
He was letting them
Well, he did a good
run
job,
in
though.
those shops, but he might have did a lot of good in other areas. You know,
I
as
can't
a sheriff.
see how,
I think the-
because
Maybe,
his
I
mind
mean-
was so messed up from them
he was-
pain pills and
And he was taking pain pills, and he was probably always thinking about the next time he could gamble. Yeah.
And then when the
You're
punk,
right.
when the punk rockers exercised their right to assemble and all got together up at the monument,
Yeah.
then he came out with his.
Billy stick?
Was his shotgun or his rifle? He came
Yeah,
out,
right.
He came out with guns and was pointing them at all of them. I got some friends of mine were in the picture in the
Sheriff,
newspaper.
What was he doing in the city doing that?
That's what he did. I think he did.
When he
that.
was
that.
sheriff,
Yeah, he
you're
did. I
talking
think
about
he
when
did
he
do
was
that. I heard
sheriff,
that.
right?
Yeah,
a
I
few years
think he-
ago.
That's not his.
I thought he
Not
did
his-
that.
He's
Didn't
supposed
he
to
not do
stay
that? I
out
could
of
It may have
the
been the chief of
county,
police
not
that
in the
did that.
Well, maybe it was the
And
chief.
have
of
this-
police. I might
have the
have it
city
wrong. I might have
police
it
take
wrong.
care
I
of
think it
it.
was a police chief. that
Okay,
did
it was the police chief. See, I
we
don't
have
know
the chief
anything.
of police, yeah.
Okay, so I don't know anything Bobby Medford did. I don't
Progressive,
know
well,
that much about
you
it.
know,
I'm just
dead
glad. I'm just
cop,
glad to see
yeah.
any cop put in jail. That just makes me happy. I just hate them with a passion.
Well, did you guys have a good Memorial Day?
Oh
I
yeah,
flew
sure.
my flag, and I'm doing a website for my father's World War II 17 missions over Germany memoirs
Oh, cool.
that I'm hoping to have up in about a month.
All right.
Huh. You should
Because
talk-
he wrote them. You weren't supposed to write about your
oh, you-
Mission.
bombing
You should-
missions,
you
but
should-
he
He
did.
kept
You
it
should-
on.
Oh,
You should talk to me
okay.
about that later.
Okay.
He's a publisher for real. He's
No, I
a.
can't say that on. That's
Yeah.
why I said
You
later.
can't say you're
Yeah.
a publisher.
Well, I can't. Jonathan would come in here and say nasty things if I started trolling for business.
Well, we don't have to say any.
Right, Jonathan? Where'd he go? Oh, there. He's sitting down
Well-
there.
He's sitting out there
Right down
somewhere.
there.
Well, here's the two lines he always closed with. He either said, "I'm still waiting for one of those milk runs," or, "Boy, I really hit the cognac." It was, I hit the cognac that night.
What was he?
A milk
B-17s?
I can't figure out whether it was B-17s or 32s, but he was in the tour. He was a navigator, and so he was small. He was about 5'4", so he was in the ball turret.
Ah,
Oh, okay.
What's the milk run? I don't understand.
That's where there's nobody coming at you.
no
was
one
an
in
easy
the-
run.
It's not Messerschmitts.
Yeah. Oh,
A milk
okay.
run. I'm still looking for those milk runs.
Oh,
or
okay.
hitting the what?
Cognac.
Cognac.
Well, that's when it got intense.
Or does-
Or what?
got
Then he would go back.
Or does that mean after work he got drunk? I don't know.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And when he got back,
Because he
yeah.
didn't want to think about that because he knew he was going to have to do it pretty soon.
No, that's war.
And the
Yeah.
next one might
Yeah.
not be a milk
Yeah.
run. Yeah, that's true. I mean,
I just don't know the lingo, and I didn't know.
sure.
Yeah, I hit the cognac. Well, he says it a lot, so that must have been his lingo back then.
I just don't understand.
Well,
what
I
this
went
is.
on an expedition over it for 3 days. Pat and I went to the Cumberland Plateau in East Tennessee.
Uh-huh.
We bagged 16 waterfalls. Good
Oh,
stuff.
cool.
And all that with a broken toe.
Who's broken toe?
Mine.
Oh, you have a
Which I
broken
managed
toe.
to re-break later this week. But
You
not on
did?
the trip,
Oh,
yeah.
that's always fun.
Oh, it feels
Oh,
good.
I
Oh,
bet.
Is it all swollen up now?
So do you have
That's
to
going
do?
back
Do you do a
down.
little splint on your toe to stop it from?
You don't do anything.
You don't tie the toes together?
No,
Yeah.
that's the treatment. They don't do anything.
Anyway,
But
I
they
was,
charge you for it.
but it's supposed to somehow regrow or
Yeah, it'll
it'll-
regrow. It's re-healing.
Because it's
Yeah.
got enough connective tissue down there, kind of pulling it back together.
yeah, the
It
cartilage
doesn't
should
matter
stop.
if it comes back crooked, you know, that's what it does. But we had a real good time, and we got some fantastic footage out of it.
Oh, great.
Which
Yeah,
you'll
'cause-
see on Waterfalls of the Southern Highlands.
oh, right. Yeah, Cumberland
Well,
Plateau.
so anyway, back to the war. There is a B-32 at
No,
the airport. Was it B-17?
B-17, yeah.
B-17 this weekend at the airport, and you can go
From the
see
Yankee
it.
Air Force, yeah. And you can fly on it for 300 and, well, I better not
$450.
say
You can
that.
take $450 for a ride in it.
No, is that a
It's one of the
twin,
old
twin
bombers.
engine, two
I think it's
engines?
4
B-29.
So-
There's a
Watch-
B-29.
Watch for it.
No,
They're
it's
going to
a
be flying
B-17.
around.
I think there's two. I think there's a
Oh.
B-17 is a single engine and a B-29
No,
is a
the
double.
B-17's a bomber. It was,
A bomber would need a lot of
We
engines.
need
Yeah.
4.
Very heavy weight.
it's 4.
Yeah,
it's
they
4
said
inches.
it was a big
And
plane.
my neighbor, who passed away not too long ago, was tail gunner in a B-17, and on his last mission over Germany was shot down. Was a prisoner of war of the Germans
Oh.
for quite a few years. And at the end of the war, he got out. So when the B-17 came here about 4 or 5 years ago, I said, "You want to fly on the B-17? I'll pay for it." And he said, "Why should I want to fly on it? Last one I was on got shot down."
I was betting he didn't want to fly in
No,
that.
he didn't.
Okay,
I bet
yeah.
those things were just a nightmare to maintain.
Yeah.
They weren't made to be maintained, really.
Well,
Just
the-
made-
My mother worked on B-29. She was one of the Rosie the Riveters up in Detroit. She actually
Oh,
worked on
okay.
the tail assemblies and actually did riveting on it.
She was a
Okay.
riveter.
Yeah, and she got one of those little E's for efficiencies. I still got it.
Oh,
But
cool.
My dad made tanks.
made tanks.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
great.
in between, they made me. So I was conceived in Detroit, but they had the good grace to come back to North Carolina before I was born.
Yeah, I was conceived in
Oh,
Akron
okay.
and was born in Akron General, but
Yeah.
I got down here and my dad died and we came back here to live with grandmother.
Oh.
Well, I was really glad they came back home.
Oh,
I
man.
didn't want to be a Yankee, even that young.
Oh, I just
Alright.
love being Southern. I think there's nothing like it.
Yeah,
That's
you're
right.
right.
It's true. You'd have to be one to know, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Nothing
It takes
like
one
it.
to know one, that's for sure. You
You got to be one to know how good it is.
gotta
to,
be
to
one
know
to know
what.
one.
Come on in.
Oh, it's my house.
Drag up a chair and look under that last
Matt,
box over there, under that black cloth.
Here,
This chair.
Matt,
Okay.
take-
Look under the black
Take-
tablecloth behind you and find a cup and a saucer.
Okay. I will do that. Well, hello and goodbye.
Are you running away?
Yeah, we gotta go to dinner.
Okay.
I hear like you've gotten married since last I saw you.
Yes, yes. Congratulations.
Aw.
You, and you got your hair on.
Are you running
cut it
away too?
off.
Well, thank you very much.
Always
Always,
stuff.
always glad when you come.
Oh, great. Well, congratulations on your marriage. All right.
Huh?
Goodbye,
Side
goodbye.
chaining.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Do you want to consult with me about it, or you already got it figured
No,
out?
I
what
just
you want to do?
got it figured out. I just got to find the right software. The software I got won't work.
Here we are.
For side chaining on what?
On my voiceover.
Matt, all right. Good to see you again.
You too, Casey.
All right.
Yeah, you want
How
to.
are you
You
doing?
want
I'm doing all right. Good to see you.
to. Sometimes they call it ducking
Day
voice. You
outside.
want a voiceover.
Yeah, I've managed to spend most of it in the air
And do you wanna
conditioning
do that
so
with
far,
your
and that makes
hardware
me
or with
happy
your
myself. I'm not much of a warm weather
'cause
person,
does
but
does
All
your,
right. Well, that's pretty much with me. I've been hanging out inside in the AC. I might do some raking later on. I gotta finish raking the yard because I mowed it. There's all these grass clippings all over.
if it
Yeah.
does, there's a lot of tricks you can do with that.
But
I
anyway.
don't think it will, and the problem would be I'd still have the audio tracks on the timeline of the editing program. So I need to be able to do it in that software
Okay.
with a VST module.
All right. Well, have a good
See
one.
you guys.
All right. Take
See
it
you, Ralph.
easy, Ralph.
I looked at that picture of Levy My wife's got that picture of Levy. I said,
Oh,
I
yeah.
want you to print one of them out.
I wanna see
He's
that.
sitting there. Yeah, it's a great picture. They didn't make nobody like. They don't make them like him anymore.
You've slid back just far enough to get off the screen. Is what you've done. I was just letting you know because
He's popping in
you
and
want to
out.
scoot up if you want to be on TV.
Yeah.
You can make Steve scoot down a little bit. He's got.
He's fine where he is.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
perfect. Man.
Yeah, we can see everybody now.
But
Yeah.
you could get closer to the center of the screen if you scooted down.